Welcome you absolute legends. I am Born Freeze, I am Pete, I am back, and today spring's around the corner. It feels like it's time to do a spring list. I know everyone's gonna say, oh, it's a bit early, it's a bit early. You know what? But we're gonna do something that most people like, a cheapies spring list for 2023. As always, I've got two honorable mentions today. And the only reason I'm saying these ones is they're kind of getting difficult to find. They are still about, but not as readily as available as they normally would be. First one is from the house of Ferrari, and they are discontinuing everything, and I mean everything. And this is Light Essence, and this one is a real fresh, very clean, very classic, very easy to wear fragrance. These were running about 15 to 20 quid for 100 ml. I've got 2 bottles of this. It is lovely, it's just clean, it's fresh, it's beautiful, but like I say, it's getting discontinued. But this one is well worth finding, even if it's just for a dumb reach fragrance. It's a great one. So that's Scuderia Ferrari Light Essence is my first honorable mention. The next one is, again, it's still about, but not as much. It's from House of John Varvatos. It's Artisan. Now, it's a very fresh, it's again very citrus forward, but it's got a nice hum of orange in this. It's a fantastic fragrance. The only downside with Varvatos fragrances is they only last 4 to 5 hours, but if you put some ambroxan over it, it will last about 8 to 9 hours, and that's perfectly fine for me. So if you get like a bottle of ICOE or ambroxan, put on these, you're good. But this one again is a cracking fragrance, and it's well worth finding it. So my second honorable mention is John Varvatos Artisan. Alright, we're going to crack in at number 10, and this one is available, but again it seems to be a bit tricky to find. That's the reason at number 10, but this is a big but. If you find a bottle of this, it is possibly one of the best cheap fragrances you'll ever buy. It lasts for hours. I don't know what they've done in this, but all this house always do long lasting bangers for a cheap price. This is Jacques Bogart's Silver Essence Pure. Oh mama. This one is great. It's got that grapefruit, apple and mint straight off the bat. It gives you a nice punch in the face. That's initially what I'm smelling. And then you've got orange blossom lavender, some cardamom, which again gives it a nice sexiness to it. And then some nutmeg, some teak wood. This is a fantastic fragrance. It will last 8 to 9 hours on my skin, even in the warm weather. It is an absolute cracking fragrance. It's well worth trying to find a bottle. Don't worry about how naff the bottle looks. The juice inside of this is fantastic. So my number 10 is Jacques Bogart's Silver Essence, Silver Scent Pure. Alright, coming in at number 9, and this one is from 1999, and it's a classic, and most people just dismiss this one, and it blows my mind because it's such a cheap fragrance. It runs under 20 quid for 100 mils. Some House of Calvin Klein is Contradiction. And yes, the bottle is a bit weird. Fine, I will admit that. But this one, it is real clean, very nice. It's got lemon, lime, lavender straight off the bat, so it's very citrusy, fresh. Some coriander, pepper, cardamom again gives you a bit of warmth, a bit of spice, again works very well in the spring. And then vetiver, some sandalwood and some musk. It's a great easy first fragrance. If you're ever just trying to get into the game and you just want an easy scent to just get into, for under 20 quid, you cannot go wrong with this. This can be worn all year round, but I think it works particularly well in spring. Really nice fragrance, really easy to wear, massively underrated. It's well worth people knowing about it a bit more. So number 9 is Contradiction by Calvin Klein. Alright, coming in at number 8, and now we're going 20 years on, and 2019 came out with this little banger, and from a house I actually really like a lot, but not many people do. From the house of Davidoff, it's Run Wild. Well, this one was a shocker to me because I wasn't expecting much from this. But oh my god, it is such an amazing fragrance. It's like you're running through a wood. It's just had a wet, like a thunderstorm, and it's ultra fresh, and you know when you can just smell like all the plants and all the rest of it, and you can just smell. That's what it smells like to me. So it's got ginger, ginger, lavender, fir resins, tonka. It's a great little fragrance, and again, for under 20 quid, you cannot go wrong with this one. It smells great, it smells amazing, lasts a decent amount of time, it gets 6 to 7 hours out of my skin. For under 20 quid, I'm sorry, but that is a really good buy. Yeah, people will go, oh, it's Davidoff, oh, I need new cool water. There's more than cool water. This one is great, it's a real hidden gem. So number 8 is Davidoff Run Wild. Alright, coming in at number 7, and this one a year later, this came out, and again, no surprise that this was a cheapy banger, and it still gets talked about to this day. It's luscious L'Homme. Now I haven't tried the aromatic touch one, but that's on my to-do list, as always. But this one is the hit of juniper in it. The juniper in here is phenomenal. So it's got blood orange, pineapple, which gives it a real freshness at the beginning, which again, you're starting to get warmer days, this is exactly what you want. Cardamom, ginger, juniper, basil, tonka, and patchouli, and this one again, for a price you pay, I think this is about 25 quid for 100 ml. Yeah, this is a no-brainer. It really works well. It's pretty versatile. It's a bluish style fragrance. I call it a bluish fragrance because it's got that hint of greenness in it. But really, highly underrated. Should be on more people's radar. I know some people are hyped on it, and so am I. So this is number 7, luscious L'Homme. Alright, coming in at number 6, and this one came out in the same year, and it kind of threw me because I wasn't expecting this at all from this house. And it's from House of Issey Miyake. Now this is the top end of this one. This is around about 38 quid. My highest point would be about 40, 41. If you get around there, that's fine, but any more than that I wouldn't pay for it. But this one is Fusion Deity. There's an extreme version of that as well, which I've got. But it's this one with that coconut milk, fig nectar, a lemon, sandalwood, cardamom and broxide and some woods. It's a real pleasing fragrance. It's kind of creamy, kind of milky, great for spring. This fig nectar is really nicely done in here, and the broxide means it lasts a good amount of time. This lasts about 9 hours on my skin. So again, you're talking a good amount of time on your skin, and it'll just waft nicely. It'll just be there, does its thing. Quite happy to do it. So my number 6 is Fusion Deity by Issey Miyake. Alright, we're coming to the top 5 now, and at number 5, this one, it was a punt. I'll be honest, this was a complete punt on this fragrance. I didn't know what I was expecting, but what I got was an absolute banger. It's from the House of Zara. It's Vibrant Leather Summer, and this one again, atomizers are fantastic on this. It's got bergamot, ginger and cedar. Now that's all it says as a note breakdown. It's certainly got the bergamot, like a heavy hit of bergamot. Ginger plays a supporting role really nicely, gives it a nice bit of spice. Again, on the cooler days this will work perfectly, no issues like that. And then the cedar again is just a nice heavy holder of the other two ingredients. I do think there's more than that in it, but that's the official note breakdown. Great little number. Well worth trying to find a bottle of this. It will work. It's a dumb reach. All of these are dumb reach fragrances. I will be honest with you. You can wear them pretty much any time you want. But spring, I think these are particularly good. So that's Vibrant Leather Summer by Zara. Alright, coming in at number 4, and this one is a new acquisition. And I heard those rumblings that this was hyped, and I thought, alright, I'm just going to give it a punt. Literally a punt. It was under 20 quid. I think I paid about 16 quid for this. 16 or 15 quid, and I put it in as an extra, to be honest. And it's from the House of Lattafa. It's Rave Now, and the bottle is fantastic, but inside the bottle, wow, it is just like you've just opened a pineapple and just smash it into half, and all you do is smell the wafts of it up. But it's also got blackcurrant, pineapple, apple, rose, jasmine, which is again nice floral undertones, which keeps it going. Patchouli, oak moss, and vanilla. It's a real fun fragrance. It's not like you can't be too serious. This is a very casual fragrance. It's not the sort of thing you go, oh well, I'm just gonna wear it to like a wedding. It's not that sort of thing. It's the sort of thing that you're going out with your mates, having a bit of a laugh. That's what this fragrance does for you. It's really a fun, easy, light wearing fragrance. I haven't tried it yet in the spring and how long it lasts, but trust me when I say I will be wearing this one nicely in the spring. So that's Rave Now by Lattafa, my number 4. Alright, coming in at number 3, and this one, it should become as no surprise to anyone that this one's here, and for good reason. It's an absolute gem. Still, for 100ml, it's under 30 quid. For this one was costing me about 22, if I remember when I bought it. It's a staple in most people's collections. It's not a Mont Blanc, it's Legend Spirit, and I mean, to be honest, what more do I need to say than it's an absolute gem? It is just everything I want in a fragrance and then some. So it's got grapefruit, bergamot, pink pepper, which again gives it a nice spice, nice hit in the air, really good in spring. Lavender, cardamom, white musk, and some oak moss, and again it does perform pretty well. It lasts about 7 to 8 hours on my skin, depending how warm it is. Again, you can't complain. It's a great number. You don't need more than 4 or 5 sprays in you. It will do the job perfectly well, and it's a real good compliment getter. What more? It's a win-win-win as far as I'm concerned. Cheap, does well, and it gets compliments. What more do you want from a fragrance other than it's number 3? It's Mont Blanc Legend Spirit. Alright, coming in number 2, and this one was a shocker when I bought this, and again it was one of those punts I just thought, do you know what, just try it, who cares? And it was a surprise in how good it was. It's from the house of Tommy Hilfiger. It's Impact Intense. Again, it is really nice, well executed thing, but it's got some interesting notes in it that I wasn't expecting from it. So it's got grapefruit, bergamot, red apple, chestnut, cardamom, and that was the chestnut bit, was the bit that I was like, what? How's that going to work with everything? Surprisingly well. And then there's 3 different types of cedar. So it's Virginia cedar, Texas cedar, and Atlas cedar. It's a real crowd pleaser. It does perform well, and I can't get it on. It will do you an absolute power of good, and again it will get you compliments. It's a real win-win-win. Cheap, does its job, and again gets compliments. That's why it's my number 2. It's Tommy Hilfiger Impact Intense. Alright, finally my number 1, and I have been waiting, absolutely waiting for the spring to come again to wear this one. I got it last year. I did a first impressions of it last year, and I'm just itching to get this back on my skin. And I know that sounds a bit weird, but it came out last year, like I say. It's from the house of Lacoste. It's L1212 Blanc Eau Fraiche. Well, all I'm going to say is, I've missed you. That's literally all I can say. So the grapefruit ginger combo, again, classic one, works every time. It really sparkles off your skin. Apple, juniper, and broxine, again, you've got that nice twinge of the juniper, a bit like the luscious one. Lavender and some cedar, again, just works fantastically well, and it performs. It lasts about 8 to 9 hours on my skin, which is perfect. You can get a good day's work out of it. You can wear it any way you like. It can dress it up, you can dress it down, it does everything, and it's only about 25 quid for 100ml. I mean, if you can't win with that, I might as well give up. My number 1 is Lacoste Blanc Eau Fraiche L1212. Right, so there you have it, my top 10 cheapies for the spring of 2023. Let me know in the comments what you'd add on, what you'd take out. I'd love to hear from you guys as always. My scent of the day is this little banger from Girl on Arm Low. This is an absolute cracking fragrance. Getting hard to find now. I'm very lucky to have an 80ml bottle of this. If anyone, I might even get a backup of this so we can find one. But that's my scent of the day. As always, what's your scent of the day? And as always, if you want a top 10 list, a fragrance review, or a question, please hit me up. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. As always, I'm on Instagram with Forming Fragrances. And as always, you absolute legends. Smell amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.